Huckabee defends Trump-Netanyahu ties amid Gaza aid debate. There's a bold claim shaking up the narrative around U.S. Israel relations amid the Gaza crisis. There's absolutely no rift between President Trump and Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu when it comes to humanitarian aid for Gaza. But here's where it gets controversial. While the mainstream media is buzzing with suggestions of tension, U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee strongly rejects this idea. In a recent interview on Fox News' America's Newsroom, Huckabee dismissed the talk of a break between the two leaders as wildly unrealistic, comparing it to accusing himself of being responsible for the infamous Lindbergh baby kidnapping. An absurd connection meant to emphasize how unfounded this narrative is. He reassured viewers, saying, "There is no break between the Prime Minister of Israel and the President. Their bond, in fact, is stronger than it has ever been." Furthermore, he highlighted that the broader U.S. Israel relationship is at its peak strength, referencing the recent U.S. airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities as an example of their close coordination. Huckabee also pointed a finger at the media's portrayal of the humanitarian conditions in Gaza. He argued that many widely shared images of severely undernourished Palestinian children are either outdated or misleading. Some reportedly show children suffering from cerebral palsy or other illnesses unrelated to starvation. According to him, the real disconnect isn't between Trump and Netanyahu, but between the leaders and the media, which he accuses of pushing a continuous anti-Israel agenda through false messaging. While acknowledging that the situation in Gaza is undeniably difficult, Huckabee downplayed the catastrophic pain often portrayed by television reports. He expressed frustration over the global community blaming Israel for what he called mass starvation in Gaza, when in his view, Hamas holds the key to ending the crisis by simply choosing peace over conflict. Is there suffering? Absolutely. But is it as catastrophic as some European voices claim? No, not even close, Huckabee said, emphasizing that if Hamas abandoned its fight and accepted that its future as it stands is unsustainable, the entire ordeal could be resolved quickly. In a twist that adds nuance to the story, President Trump himself has not fully sided with Netanyahu's optimistic assessment of the situation on the ground. When reporters recently inquired about Netanyahu's statement denying that starvation is occurring in Gaza, Trump replied, "Not particularly," referencing the heartbreaking images of hungry children he's seen on television. Despite this, Trump has stopped short of directly criticizing Israel for limiting aid entry to Gaza, but has promised that the U.S. will take a more proactive role in facilitating the delivery of food and supplies to the region. So, what should we believe? Is there truly an unbreakable alliance between Trump and Netanyahu amidst this turmoil? Or is the reality more complex? And how much influence should media portrayals have in shaping our understanding of humanitarian crises? These are pressing questions worth debating. Do you agree with Huckabee's dismissal of media narratives, or do you think there are genuine disagreements hidden beneath the surface? Share your thoughts and join the conversation about one of today's most contentious international issues.